Big fan of that. As far as notable names that are in the tournament that we're going to keep our eyes out for later on, Billy Shilly is home. Chris, of course, is in attendance. Ragnarok still around. Jintis Guy, Ippo, Stocktaker, Cody, Entropy, Suarez, Reflection. So, not a bad bout today. Of course, because it is Tuesday, you're not going to be seeing most of these names until deep into the bracket. But you never know. There's always the potential for upsets. Like, it happens. The Ragnarok in the background now. Kind of see Cody off in the distance over there. I think. Wait, no, not Cody. Side profile had Cody hair. All right, we're getting into character select. So let's cut it to the match. Relaxe is drifting around. What are we going to get? What are we going to get? Oh, I thought it was going to be like Greninja. All right. Very rare that we see Greninja nowadays. I was actually just talking to Ippo earlier today about how this character is like endangered. Wolf, one of the characters that could easily keep this character on the endangered list too. Finding approaches through Blaster is going to be fairly difficult if the Greninja is going to commit to running instead of like walking with shields. Also, in spite of being like a lighter weight, it is relatively easy to kill off Greninja just because anytime he jumps in the air, while he has good air control in his own right, it's very easy for Wolf to be able to catch those landings. So Relax is going to have to watch out for those buttons. Ooh, Steve's trying to catch him slipping too early on. Put him on notice right off the bat. Love the aggressive Wolf flush, especially at these early percentages. There's really no downside to going for big callouts like that. It's like you hit it, you look like a boss. You whiff it, you put the fear in your opponent that you're willing to just do it again. Likewise with these retreating forward smashes, there's such little recovery on the move that Wolf just gets to threaten space with it. And again, as a very swift character like Greninja who needs to keep a lot of his approaches grounded, got to be mindful about that forward smash. There's a non-zero chance that we see Relax just sort of toss himself into it if he's not careful. Although as the percentages climb, it's much easier for Greninja to find that reversal. He needs to find it off of something more than just the dash attacks that we've been seeing. Dash attack and down tilt, great ways of actually like getting your hit in, but needed to amount to something. Forward air from out deep not going to do, but forward tilt at the ledge will. Good opening from Relax. All right. And it's typical affair for the Greninjas, although down airing on shield does effectively disengage you from neutral because you're not getting back into position enough to keep up that pressure. Like down air, schmixy button, flashy button, not actually a good button. Like, don't get caught tripping. And from center stage, good DI means the back throw is not going to be killing. And the instant spot dodge on the landing, too. That's a risky habit if it is something we keep seeing, but otherwise a very good response to knowing that Wolves tend to put out forward tilts on landings like that, especially at higher percentages. Trying to use Nair for catching in the space is good as well. It's like the premier Greninja habit, but at the same time, Wolf does it too, and Wolf's is bigger, Wolf's is better. Down smash nearly catching. I think if Steeze pulled the trigger just a tiny bit earlier, he would have had it. But he isn't too pressed. One of the things that always keeps Wolf relevant in this game is just his damage output. It's so good. Oh, and that was good too. Shadow Sneak up to the ledge. Keep your return to stage ambiguous and keep a hitbox out. Force the shield, the ward of shurikens. Very good button for baiting in approaches, but Steeze has been doing good on making sure that if he's coming in, it's coming in with an aggressive button. And crossing up on shield with dash attack is just criminal activity. It leads to the up smash killing. And answering it right back by Relax. Down tilt forward air, this is the bread and butter. That's about as simple as it can get for what you want at those percentages. Ooh, the falling forward air. That's when you know the Wolf is cooking. All right, and the Greninja trying to cook too. I'm liking it, but when it comes to contesting Wolf in the air, it's risky business. Like, good tech. We're going to return to the stage. Everyone taking a little bit of damage for their efforts. I like the nonstop aggression that we're seeing, although trying to enter space with the jab there, I think a bit of a rough call. For once, I actually think Steeze would have been better off with a big button because a big button catches rolls and gives game 1 to Steeze. All right, Steeze is rattling off his stage ban, so we'll see where we go. I'm actually rather curious to see where we go. Typically speaking, Greninja likes the flatter stages, so FD would be a good pick, and if not, Kalos, a very good backup stage. Although we've seen Steeze perform well on this stage, I think very recently. It was either this past Friday or last Tuesday. But like, you can occupy a lot of the space with Blaster, and you can navigate the airspace just fine. There is some hesitation on the Greninja pick, though. Oh, we're off the state of the character select now, so let me see what you got, Relaxe. There seems to be some conversation between the players to figure out what they're doing. I don't know why everyone looks so confused today. This is only our second setup at bat, and oh wait, no, our third. It's our third set of the night. And everyone who's sat up has just looked so confused. Actually, do me a favor, Justin, can you flip the camera over to, I guess, Steeze's camera? I need to see who he's talking to. Oh, fuck it. Whoever he's conversating with is off camera too. Okay. There was a third individual involved in talking about whatever's happening here. Steeze as collected as he is, I don't think he's going to get iced out. But, wow. Relaxe took all the time that he needed to pick that Greninja. I guess really putting some credence behind that tag. All right, let's see it. Game 2 brings us to Kalos Pokemon League, and I would not be surprised to see a lot of Water Shuriken and a lot of Blaster Bolts, because keeping space is the name of the game here. Both of these characters do so much with the open space and ability to constantly just push the landings of their opponents. Greninja in particular is able to control the ground very well because of how fast he is, and also the value in dash attack and down tilt. Like that, coupled in with Water Shurikens, makes grounded approaches very safe for Greninja. Although, inversely, being in the air is kind of dangerous here, especially with less than optimal DI on up smashes like that. Very good opening for Steeze. Just got to go for these big callouts as Greninja. Need to do something to keep that damage tacked on. Oh, he had the read, but Greninja's roll's not that big. I think if he put the forward smash the other direction, he had that free. And again, Hydro Pump nearly missing on the edge guard. Good save on the jump. And really good landing with Wolf Flash, actually. Look at how much you're able to get away with spacing the forward smash. Especially with the spot dodge route afterwards. Like, you don't have much to worry about from Greninja. Especially if Relaxe isn't going to try to, like, just occupy that space safely. Again, Water Shuriken would have been the way to slow down this match, but good luck doing that now that Steeze is up 3-1. The substitute right in his face. I respect it. Given how much, like, a lot of the responses to spacing has been buttons from Steeze, like, substitute makes sense, but you can't just be putting it out like that. Forward smash gets put out just fine, and it's a 2-1 stock count. Trying to find these falling forward airs leads to Fair Bear. Rather. I'm not going to lie. Fair Bear always looks really cool from Wolf. Like, it's just the very prospect that he's turning around fast enough to just put that boot into whoever he's fighting. Also, Steeze is doing a great job of maintaining his momentum. Like, not deterred by losing a stock, just continuing to keep the tempo high and forcing Relaxe to match that tempo, which currently he's doing a fine job of. Shadow Sneak once again takes the stock, gives us the tight stock count, but this is a Greninja at higher percentages. Gonna have to make the magic happen here. And good DI is the start of it. 152, taking full advantage of the fact that Kalos is a bit on the taller end. A larger stage in general does give you a bit of wiggle room, but at 169, you have very little wiggle room. In fact, a fresh up air gets the kill, and it's a 2-0 victory for Steeze.